Hi, my name's Carol Ricard, and welcome back to the next session. So, we're working on master key number one. The number one key to stress mastery is what I call don't use the wrong tools. And quite honestly, it starts at number one because this is what people usually get wrong. So, let me ask you a question. Have you ever known anybody that stopped smoking? And after they stopped smoking, gained a lot of weight? Well, that was because for smokers, really, smoking is one of their stress tools. And so, because they put down one tool and they didn't replace it with another healthy tool, they ended up picking up another unhealthy tool, which was food, right? For me, that was one of my stress tools. I remember one of my first jobs. You would actually know how stressful my day was based on how big a bag of chocolate that I brought back. And I'm not proud to admit it, but I really was a pretty crappy coworker because I didn't think about other people that was around me when I would bring back this chocolate. So if it was a little stressful day, then I only had one candy bar. If it was a little bit more stressful day, then I came back with, one of those little bags of different small little candy bars. And then you knew if it was a really stressful day because I would come back with one of those really huge, kind of like Hershey's bars. So for me, food was really the wrong tool that I was using at the time. And what's really important about these right tools and wrong tools is that when we're using the wrong tools, that they can go on to become a problem. And for me, the problem was around weight. And then my weight and my health became an issue. So the key here is using the right tools for the job and making sure that you're not using the wrong tools. So here's the thing. I want to give you a tool that you could use right away, anytime, and it's the right tool every time, and nobody even needs to know that you're using it. All right. In fact, I call this kind of like the kryptonite of stress, right? Because there's one thing that can take Superman out really quick like that, and it's kryptonite. Well, stress also happens to have a kryptonite, and it's called oxygen, right? So if you've ever heard about breathing, and they talk about deep breathing, belly breathing, yoga breathing, what we're really talking about is breathing deep enough in our lungs so that we get some oxygen and more oxygen into our bloodstream. So here's the thing, and this is why, is that if this is a loading dock, right? It's pulled up to the grocery store and this is a big semi truck at the loading dock. What ends up happening is there's a really good air exchange. But imagine if the truck was parked this far away. Well, the same thing happens with our breathing. We get the most oxygen into our bloodstream in the bottom of our lungs. And so that's why you'll hear this thing about belly breathing and deep breathing. It's so we can get more oxygen in our bloodstream so that we could then kind of neutralize the stress responses that's taking place in our body. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to put one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. And I just want you to take a breath, all right? And pay attention to which hand moves. So which hand moved? All right, let's do it one more time with me. So I want you to breathe in and take a breath and pay attention to which hand moves. Now, don't know if you can see it really well, but my bottom hand is moving on my belly because I've practiced the belly breathing. But here's what happens for a lot of people. They'll go, and their shoulders will rise. Well, guess what? That's not going to neutralize your stress. So remember, it's kind of putting a hand on the belly, and instead of sucking your gut in to make your pants a little looser, what I want you to do is as you breathe in, make your pants a little tighter. And it's going to breathe in so that your waist around your pants or your belts actually ends up being a little tighter. All right? That is a right tool that you can use anytime, use immediately, and actually nobody needs to know that you are using it. right? So, wrong tools, food, smoking, drinking, quite honestly, sometimes you might even be somebody that uses work as a way of dealing with your stress in a way that so you don't have to deal with it. Maybe work is your way of dealing with your home stress so you can stay away from that. So, the number one key to stress mastery is making sure that you're using the right tools for the job. So, with that, I'll see you in the next video.